Hello fellow Total Warriors, I am Zardar and welcome to another online battle from Warhammer 2. So this time it's a battle between me and King of the Dead. I'm playing as the Vampire Counts and he went with the Tomb Kings and that's because we played two battles prior to this one and I actually lost both of them, so I was about to give him the same treatment, some undead treatment, and it's actually his exact build. He gave me this build some days ago. So let's see how he feels. He's gonna feel about that. I can definitely tell you that he didn't he didn't like it. So for my front line, it's just gonna be just a mix of the Sternsmen, two Graveguard on the side over here as the core, the Fisters of the Dark on the right side, and some Crypt Ghouls on here, and the far edges of the formation are being composed of just Skeleton Warriors. Sorry for the edgy camera over here, it's really fast paced because I think I have the debug camera turned on, that's why it's so fast. We got the Skeleton Warriors over, one Skeleton Warrior over here on this side as well, two units of Fellbats on the right, two Crypt Horrors just for backup for the Graveguard. And back here, what's that? Oh, the Konigstein Stalkers, I totally forgot that I brought these guys, and some more Skeleton Warriors back here. Two Varghulfs, so it's gonna be a mainly double Varghulf build. These guys are excellent at just hitting and running because they freaking regenerate and it's quite difficult to catch them. One downside they have is actually they get pounded goddamn hard, like somebody hits them like another somewhat big entity and these guys are being sent flying. Quite funny when it happens, but and also very obnoxious because it happens really often. Back here we have a corpse cart with just unholy lodestone, which provides some backup to the army. Does it provide? Yeah, it provides regeneration as well. And we also got Heinrich Kemmler over here on foot because Kemmler always needs to be on foot. And I'm not saying it just because of the meme and for the lore. He is actually a lot better on foot. And what I mean about that, he is more survivable, like he can survive a lot more because he's got the Undeath Resurgent over here, which provides him a lot of melee defense. He can just summon zombies on top of him, and yeah, he's got the Cloak of Mist and Shadows providing plus 75% physical resistance. So yeah, on foot, if you can keep him inside your other troops, it doesn't matter if it's infantry and monsters are hunting you, he's gonna be quite tanky. So for King of the Dead's forces we got 3 Ushabti, as we can see here as a front line. On the far left side, as I look at him, he's got 2 units of Skeleton Horsemen, and in the back he's got 2 Necropolis Knights with halberds, which these guys, they provide, they have poison, they get really decent melee stats and a lot of heavy armor piercing damage. And overall they're gonna be doing great with Cetra over here, just providing some buffs. As we can see, he's got the Jav's incantation, when overcasted provides even more anti-large, the Nero's incantation for defensive stats, the Usef's incantation of desiccation, which is an AoE debuff spell, always great to bring that, and the Blessed Blade of Petra. So for the main army, he's got some Skeleton Warriors all over the place just protecting his back line. There's nothing to protect, but he just doesn't want to get charged into the back. We got the King Nekes's Scorpion Legion back here. Excellent guys, poison, high melee defense. These guys will last for quite a long time. They're cheap, but they perform quite well most of the time. And as a front line, he's got Skeleton Warriors, no Tomb Guard, because he definitely likes his Tomb Guard, but no, he just went with full-on Skeleton Warriors. And just one Necrotect in the back here, probably to buff up the Ushabti and also heal them. And yeah, I think that's gonna be it. Does he have a second Necrotect? I don't think he does. So the battle is gonna begin immediately. Excuse me for that, just the camera being tricky. The front lines are gonna go straight at one another. I'm gonna get my Fellbats on the left side because I just wanna keep these guys pinned in case they're gonna try to come after me. I open up my flank over here a little bit, just taking a little bit of more defensive position because I don't have any single spear, I think, in the army. At the moment I keep my Varghulfs on this side and I'm just gonna over here he was trying to bait me. He swapped the Skeleton Warriors with spears, which I saw straight away, and just took the Crypt Horrors and just I'm just gonna send them somewhere else. Over here the Skeleton Warriors will not have an easy time. It's gonna take forever for this Skeleton Spearmen to melt, but that's why the Fisters of the Dark in the dusk are coming. They're just gonna nuke this guy in the back. No, they're just gonna go straight for Skeleton Warriors. So King of the Dead still doesn't know what to do here. I have some chaff just right up in his face. Exactly when I see him moving in, I'm just gonna waiting with my Vargulfs, and also Kemmler over here. Sorry for the loud noise, no soundproof just yet. And will I summon Krell at the moment? I think I'm gonna be summoning Krell, or will I wait for that? So yeah, and now it is me who is overextending. Of course I'm gonna follow up with the Skeleton Warriors in order to provide some mid shield, and as soon as I see that my Vargulfs are taking some damage, I'm just gonna move back. Over here in the main line, the Crypt Horrors are actually doing quite well against the Ushabti, and taking into account they're actually Nekese Scorpion Legion over here debuffing the whole line. My Unholy Lodestone is still quite healthy, and Invocation on Heck is gonna go down here. On the far right flank, the Sternsmen are doing quite well against the Skeleton Warriors and the Ushabti alongside the Crypt Horrors. This line has broken, so this Graveguard will move around and in the back to just get some good damage. And as you can see over here, the Fisters in the dusk completely destroyed the Skeleton Warriors and will help these guys out so we can clear the whole line. So back here, as I said, I pulled my Vargulfs back, but King of the Dead found a little gap over here, so he sneaked through his Vargulfs, which I don't have a problem with that, because I can just entrap him right now. Well, they're large entities, they will run eventually. He gets the summoned Ushabti right here immediately in order to, just soak up as much damage as it can. And that's the thing about Vargulf, look at that. He's pushing my Vargulf away. He's doing that on purpose, because King of the Dead is King of the Dead. He's a great player. He knows the weakness of Vargulf, and he just keeps hammering it so it can go back. But thankfully I had the Fisters in the dusk on this side, so I'm just gonna bring them in, just apply some poison to these guys, so I can buy enough time for my Vargulf to escape. Right now things are not looking good, but these guys are lifesavers, so my Vargulf will be able to escape and just get in the back where it belongs. The front line, again, it's going quite well. Graveguard over here, keep on fighting. Over here we got Krell. He was fighting some Ushabti. He's obviously, he's fighting Ushabti. He's beating one down at the moment. But here is where it all goes down. He really tries to get into my Vargulf. I have managed to get back, but he still keeps coming with his freaking Necropolis Knights, and there we go again. This thing is just gonna get tossed around, and I can't do anything to stop it. I'm gonna decide to at least try and fight, but at the same time I'm gonna see that he's just gonna try to get away, so that's my cue to get the hell away too. And I can honestly just have all of these skeleton zombies, skeleton warriors, just slowly drag these guys down. And they're actually quite healthy for the moment, so great micro from King of the Dead. He always knows when and how to charge and things like that. If it was me charging in, these guys would be like half health already. So yeah, the main fight is going on our side. Everything collapses. The Necrotech is having a problem just fighting Crypt Horrors over here alongside Kemmler and all of the other good stuff. The other Vargulf is on this far right side. The Graveguard on the right flank are now free to just go wherever they please, and obviously they're gonna come to provide some back into this line over here. So quite a grindy match, as you can see. No archers on both sides, so everything has to die manually on a bloody melee combat. Right over there, 42 remaining compared to 67. Are the Spearmen actually winning against Warriors? That's quite amazing. Back here, his Skeleton Horsemen are gonna be fended off by just some Skeleton Warriors. Just keep them away, because they're just obnoxious. And here King of the Dead just keeps on trying to just break through my lines, but honestly I have so much stuff over here which is almost impossible. Cetra is gonna be coming in, fighting off, is that Krell? Yeah, that's Krell, but he's being debuffed at the moment, so Cetra is gonna be a lot of work, is gonna be doing a lot of work to him. But and here comes another charge from these filthy snakes, just going straight for my Crypt Horrors, attacking them in the back. And I can't use my Vargulfs to defend, because if they stand in their way, they're just gonna they're gonna get tossed around as usual. So let's just watch the bloody conflict over here between the dead. I don't know why is there's so much blood. There shouldn't be so much blood. I mean, yeah, the Vargulfs are like, they have blood in their veins. They're not like completely undead, but I don't know. They, I think there shouldn't be so much. Here we go again. His Necropolis Knights are gonna see that my Vargals have chased a little bit, and he's gonna come straight in. So all he has to do now is just keep on cycle charging, but as you can see, the main army of his has collapsed. It's only a few spearmen remaining over here, which are gonna be dealt with quite fast. I have some skeleton warriors over here just to keep them steady. These other guys are melting, his horsemen as well, and his Necropolis Knights are starting to get dragged down. There we go. I get a summon here just to block his exit, but obviously it didn't happen fast enough. I was a little bit slow. So I'm just gonna fast forward this because it's gonna be just King of the Dead just trying to run back and you know, disengaging, just trying to get the kill. And here we go again. I don't know if you noticed, just go back, fast forward, rewind a little bit back, and you will see that he knows what's up with these goddamn Vargulfs. He just keeps bumping into that thing, trying to send it flying and just separate it from my main forces. Thankfully for me, I had the Crypt Horror still left alive and also another Vargulf. So they're gonna be doing great over here. This guy should not be fighting Cetra. As you can see, a couple of hits over there are costing him a lot of health points, but yeah, I think I'm gonna drag him out. The balance of power is massively in my favor. King of the Dead is just gonna desperately trying to, you know, as I said, cycle charge, but in the end, everything is gonna go down. Now freaking prick, he just tries to troll me by not giving me the victory. My first victory against King of the Dead. So yeah, this is just gonna be a grind, and in the end, Krell, Kemmler with Krell and his Goon Squad is gonna prevail. So quite a fun battle. I really liked that a lot. I really liked King of the Dead's build, although it wasn't set up for the Vargulfs. Obviously, if he knew that I would bring that, he would have gone a different way. Kemmler, full health, that's what I'm talking about when I talk. Kemmler always needs to be on foot. The Skeleton Warriors did quite well, you don't see that quite often, so many kills. That's because we were fighting Skeleton Warriors as well. 61 on the Crypt Ghouls and just 10 on the Koningstein Stalkers, but I had these guys in the back for the poison, and they were just getting the full charges of the Necropolis Knights and the Horsemen most of the time, so 10 kills is actually quite good because they got all of the enemies poisoned. The Feasters in the Dusk completely just nailed, I think, like 2 or 3 units of Skeleton Warriors, so I'm quite happy about that. The Graveguard, as usually, did quite amazingly. Actually, the Stealthsmen didn't get so many kills, but they always outperform anybody else. The Fellbats, I just used them as a blocker, just trying to keep his Horsemen or Necropolis Knights from, you know, getting a clean charge, so they died quite quickly. The Crypt Horse did quite well, just fighting off Ursapti with the backup of the infantry. The Corpse Cart, it was just there, just providing the buffs. It doesn't need to get any kills, just remain alive till the end. And the Vargulfs did freaking great. So yeah, that was my part. Let's see King of the Dead here. Cetra didn't get so many kills. The Necrotect, he doesn't usually get plenty of kills. His Skeleton Warriors didn't do that well, except this guy. I wonder what the hell was this guy fighting, and he's got 137 kills. Probably some summons in the back of zombies, because yeah, that's a crazy number we're talking over here. 97 also on the Skeleton Spearmen. The rest didn't do that well. Nekes's Legion, though, it always applied poison, so it's even if you lose, it's alright. His Skeleton Horsemen did quite okay. His Usapti, all except one, actually did greatly, and most likely it was where his debuffs might have dropped, or buffs, because as you can see, it's just 3 units that did well, so it was just one flank. So that must have been the right flank where he had the backup of his Necropolis Knights. So yeah, these guys were all on my left and on the right of King of the Dead's army. And the Necropolis Knights did quite well, just freaking bouncing my freaking Vargulfs all of the time, just making me nervous about if I'm gonna survive, just get these guys to still live and not die. So yeah, that was it. I really hope you enjoyed this battle, guys. GG to King of the Dead. He's a champ, he knows that. So yeah, feel free to subscribe and hit that notification button, and I'm gonna be seeing you next time. Bye bye.